On the phone line, we've got Mr. Phil Joel. Hello, Phil.
Well, April, hi.
Hi. How are you? Things going okay?
I am well. I'm well. I'm in the belly of an arena of a theater here in Athens, Georgia today. So, lots of concrete. So if all of a sudden I drop out, you know what's happened. I didn't get run over by a train. I just lost signal. But anyway, how are you?
I am well, doing well. Super excited to be able to talk to you. And so you're in the middle of an arena with a bunch of concrete. So is this part of Winter Jam, or is this part of the Newsboys United tour? What's going on with you?
Yeah, Newsboys United. This is our final weekend for the year from this tour, which has been awesome. I mean, it's just crazy. I'm a newsboy again, basically, which is wild. And so, we started this tour back in February. And we thought, let's give it a shot. Let's do a couple of months of this and see how it goes. And ta-da, here we are in December. The tour just kept going. And, there was more and more demand for it. And as you've already mentioned, we're going to be doing Winter Jam next year. So we'll be in your neighborhood. Yippee.
Yeah. You guys have got several stops in our neighborhood. A little bit of a hike from us, but, about a 3-hour drive, not too bad. And actually, at my old stomping grounds, let's see here, Friday, January the 18th, you guys are going to be in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And then a couple hours drive south of us, Columbus, Ohio, on Saturday, January the 19th. A little bit further south from us is Cincinnati, Ohio. That's on February the 16th. About an hour north of us, this is one of the ones that we're going to be at that we know of, and that is the Eastern Michigan University Convocation Center in Ypsilanti, Michigan. That's February 17th. Let's see here. You're in Fort Wayne on March the 29th, which is a couple hour drives from us west. Friday, March the 29th in Indianapolis, Indiana. That's about a 3.5-4 hour drive south of us. My brother lives there. Go Colts. And then Sunday, March the 31st in Cleveland, which is just east of us, a couple hour drive. And sorry, Browns. So there you go. I've got like about, a quarter of your tour all set for you right there.
There it is. Yeah, we're kind of circling. We're circling within 2-hour drive, right? Easy.
Yeah, pretty much circling within between a 2 to 4 hour drive radius, depending on where you're at, hitting either Indiana, Michigan, or Ohio. So, yeah.
Do your listeners? I mean, we should probably make them aware of what we're talking about. This is Winter Jam, which is, it's been around for quite a while, a number of years, obviously. But for those that don't know, it's a full-blown, basic extravaganza of Christian music and ministry and fun and madness. And I think it's like $15 or something for 10 bands, and it's just super fun and it's super family, and it's just it's the biggest tour actually in the winter in the country. At that time of year, it's a kind of a big deal. So, and I don't think there's pre-sales. I think you just sort of get out there and line up and get your ticket and head on in, find yourself a seat, and it's super fun. It's super fun. And Newsboys United are headlining this year.
Very cool. I mean,
that's why we're talking.
If the music thing doesn't work out for you, ever, you could just go ahead and be a pitch man for Winter Jam. I mean, you've encompassed it completely right there. But I mean, you are no stranger to Winter Jam. I remember being in a couple of them that I don't know if you were with the Newsboys or with Zealand, or one of the two where I saw you running around. You just saw the blonde hair. It's like, yep, there's Phil.
That's what I do.
Yep. It's what you do.
I run. I just run, whether someone's chasing me or not.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think probably done more Winter Jams than anybody. I'm a fan. I just think it's just great. It's just the best night out, and it's affordable, which is really cool. And of course, Newsboys will be there next year, bringing all our bells and whistles. So
once again,
we're talking madness that comes with it.
Absolutely. Once again, we're talking to Phil Joel, frontman for Zealand Worship now. We play them guys on Sunday morning praise and worship, but you guys know him from his days in the Newsboys. Couple questions as far as that goes. What years, or if you can remember, what years were you with the Newsboys, and what role did you play in the band? Well,
94 is when I came here with the guys to be a part of this whole madness. 94, and then I exited the beginning of 2007. So basically, I've had a 10-year break. So it's been pretty fun. It's really fun being back on stage with these guys playing these songs that people just want to hear. Breakfast and Shine and I'm Free, and just this He Reigns, all of these songs that people have kind of grown up listening to and still listen to. Get to crank them all out again, see people go bananas, jump up and down and throw Captain Crunch. It's pretty fun.
That's fantastic. Let's get talking to Phil Joel, frontman for Zealand Worship, part of Newsboys back in the day, Newsboys United, part of Winter Jam, which is what we're talking about. But let's talk a little bit about Newsboys United incorporated into that, because you were talking about how you guys had started back in February touring or wanting to see how it went. I mean, you kind of alluded to it, you know, people are wanting to hear these songs, they're wanting to see you guys. But what was it for you guys personally? I mean, you've got you and you've got, you know, Peter, and you know, then you're jumping in with, you know, what we now know as the Newsboys with Michael Tate and everybody in Duncan and the whole whole crew and shebang. What made it that you guys wanted to, like, you know, okay, let's get together, let's have some nostalgia, let's have some fun? What was it that appealed to you on that? Why?
Yeah, it just seems like the right time. Although it's kind of gone really quick. I mean, 10 years, all of a sudden I realized, wow, I haven't been in that band for 10 years. I mean, I grew up in the band, you know. I really feel like they were, you know, it's how I was raised by the Newsboys, a pack of wolves called the Newsboys. Anyway, and all of a sudden 10 years goes by, and it just felt right for management and just for the guys. And they'd asked Peter to be involved in a song called The Cross Is the Final Word, and that went really well. And then I think, you know, one sort of thought led to another, and the thought was, let's get Phil and let's do, you know, let's tour as Newsboys United, 2 eras of the band, and see how it goes. And, you know, there was a double bonus for me because I'm out here with Zealand and we're opening, so we get to, you know, I get to do what I've been doing for the last number of years, which is kind of a little more youth-oriented worship. It's a little bit zealous, it's a little bit crazy, and then I get to jump on stage and be a part of Newsboys. And it's just been too easy and too fun. I think the biggest surprise for me was I didn't really know Michael that well. I mean, I did. You know, I've known him for years, and every time we'd cross paths, we'd hug and say hey, and, you know. But I didn't really know exactly what he was going to be like. And the guy is golden. I love this man. He's exactly the same guy on stage as he is off stage. And it's just been really fun. Hence, we've been touring this thing for an entire year, and it looks like we're going to keep going.
That's just what I saw today.
It's a merry-go-round, and we don't know exactly how to get off it right now, I think, which is totally fine for everybody because we're all having fun. And the most fun part of it is that in the midst of all of this, we decided to just sort of dip our toe in the waters and see see what would happen if we all got in the studio together. And we have made an entire Newsboys United album that's going to come out sometime next year. I think April next year. So, and we'll be playing new songs on the tour. We're going to be playing new songs tonight, actually.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, you know, lots of surprises. This has been the year of the big surprise. At every turn, something new seems to be happening. So we're just really thankful. God's been really good, as He is, and we're just sort of hanging on for the ride, you know. And people seem to be enjoying it, and and there's lots of really cool things spin-off. You know, people coming to something like this, seeing all of these guys on stage, 6 of us, united, enjoying one another. I think that's even a cool testimony to God's goodness. You know, in a world where we're so divided, everything's so divisive right now, I think, you know, it's kind of nice. It's like, oh yeah, look, these guys are all just enjoying one another, getting on. We're hearing stuff from the past and with the present and even new material, and it's just been a really fun journey, you know, seeing people get reinvigorated, hearing songs that soundtrack their faith, you know, from years back. It's been a really special thing, and that's what we're going to be doing at Winter Jam, you know.
Well, what are you guys going to look like at Winter Jam? I mean, you've kind of been describing, you know, the idea behind it, but like when you guys take the stage and we see you from our side of it, what are we going to see? What's it going to look like?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's Winter Jam this year is going to be in the round.
Awesome.
So the stage will be set up right in the middle of the arena, and we will have 360 degrees of staging to work with, which is really fun. I mean, we did that on a tour, the Love Liberty Disco tour that we did as Newsboys, you know, years back, and that was really fun. You get to work every angle of the room, which is great. So that's how it's going to be a little different this year. And then, of course, Newsboys, you know, it's never without bells and whistles in production, and we really want to make sure people get bang for their buck in regard to what the show and the concert experience is. So you will not be disappointed, April.
I don't think we will, because I've seen you guys before, and yeah, you bring it. So be ready for them to bring it, y'all.
Bring it, y'all.
Y'all. Hey, we're Midwesterners. We can still talk some. It's all good. Well, once again, we're talking to Phil Joel. Newsboys United is part of Winter Jam and is going to be the headliner this year, and plenty of dates to choose from within our neck of the woods. You guys can check out more on the concert on our website at yeshome.com. Hey, Phil, in closing, is there anything that you want to impart to our listeners? Maybe a word of encouragement or something that God has laid on your heart?
Yeah, great. Thank you for asking that. Well, I mean, this may sound like a shameless plug for something else, but in this whole year I've been chipping away on a book, and I didn't realize I'd been writing a book, but I had, and a publisher got a hold of it and got excited about it, and I thought it was just something I was putting together, just for that would be encouraging for teenagers, and as it turns out, it's going to come out next year. And I won't tell you too much of what it's about, but one of the main things in there is we're all looking to be seen, to be understood, and to be loved. And if we look for those things from the wrong places in life, we'll just get sicker than when we start. And God wants to fulfill those things. He wants us to know that He sees us, He understands us, and really loves us and has plans and purposes for us, and wants us to walk with Him and enjoy Him, say yes to Him, choose Him at every turn, because that's how our lives are designed to be lived. So anyway, the book is about that, and hopefully even just describing that will help listeners maybe stop and take a look at their lives and kind of go, hang on, what am I doing? Are there certain things in life, even maybe my social media feeds or just the things I'm going to try and find fulfillment, that are honestly not bringing me that. They're actually bringing me further away from the place I need to be. And if that's the case, I need to push those things aside and lay hold of who God is and who He says I am, so that I can walk into this future free and ready to enjoy and receive who it is that God is and has the things He has for me. So I don't know, that was kind of, you asked for some sort of a short word of encouragement. I don't know if that was short or not, but I'm excited about this book, and it's called Redwoods in Wales, and that comes out next year, and I'll be talking about that a little bit on Winter Jam as well. So.
Awesome. Can't wait to read that. So, hey, thank you so much. And no, it wasn't too wordy or anything like that. No, I loved hearing that. So
too many fun things going on, April. There's just too many exciting things with Newsboys United, the new record we've got going on, Zealand Worship. We're having so much fun, and then I've got this book coming out. It's just it's a really fun time for us.
Well, it sounds like it's a lot of fun. So, yeah, we'll definitely be praying you guys up. And, man, I wish you well on the tour. We're super excited. We'll be hanging out with you guys. A couple different tour dates coming our way with Winter Jam and other shenanigans that can happen, and it'll be great.
Thanks, April. Well, thanks for chatting with me, and have a great Christmas. We'll see you next year.